And welcome to the Raleigh County Convention Center. This afternoon, Video Productions presents college basketball. It's Ohio Christian taking on West Virginia University Tech. Along with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. And Eric, we think we're going to have a very exciting men's basketball game here today. It's the first of 3 games being played in this building, and Video Productions will carry all 3. The men's matchup, Ohio Christian against Tech. The women's matchup, Ohio Christian against Tech. And then later tonight, we'll have high school basketball, Princeton and Beckley. But first things first, it's Ohio Christian, 9-17 overall, 6-10 in conference play, take on a very hot WU Tech team, winners of 5 in a row, 23-4 overall, and 14-2 in league play. And
this West Virginia Tech team is coming in, as you stated, with a 5-game win streak, and they'd like to push it to 6 with a chance at hosting a postseason matchup here on their home court. This is round 2 between these two ball clubs. They met back on December the 4th in Ohio, and that went to Tech in a big way, 84-56. One thing about it, though, Tech does come in a little shorthanded. They have 2 key players that will not be available this afternoon, and that is Amon Scruggs, who's really been outstanding. He does have Beckley ties, and he played at South Charleston High School, and you and I know his family very well. And also Adrian Johnson, the young man from Sweden, he's been a guy who can really dial it up from distance, and he will not be available for the Golden Bears here this afternoon. Yeah, and the thing that we will get with the college game is with absence comes opportunity, and most guys that play behind Tamon and Johnson probably feel that they should be starters as well anyway, Mayor. So there might be a little drop-off, but look for these guys that are stepping in for them to really step up today. Well, the guy that's really stepped up pretty much all year for Tech, and that's been local product, Oak Hill High School, Andrew Work, played at Oak Hill in Fayette County, and he's really been a tremendous player. And, Eric, I had an opportunity to do a game back in January, a game against a team out of Indiana up in Summersville, and Work was outstanding. And he's a very good shooter, but very impressed with him able to take the defender off the dribble and get to the rim. And that's one thing that Andrew did. He's rounded his game out off, a little bit more with his the jumper, but he was a tremendous dribble driver, and he does a lot of work on the glass, no pun intended, and he's going to be a tough matchup for the Trailblazers. Also got a young man in Keandre King. He's a Wheeling Park product, and we had a chance to watch him in his high school career, and we know what a solid player he is. Yeah, very athletic, and you and I, we watch a lot of basketball and state tournaments, and very athletic kid, and Coach Long has really put together a great team. And, as I take a look at the roster and as I look over here at Ohio Christian, they might have a little bit of size advantage. They have a big fella inside, a guy from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's 6'10", 280 pounds, and that's Uric Lazard. Yeah, he could be a load, but the way that Tech likes to play, they're going to space you, and, that size advantage could be an Achilles heel if you go to a 4-guard set where you're able to pull him away from the bucket, really space it out and shoot it. Got a nice crowd. It's homecoming, it's alumni, it's senior day, so we've got a lot of festivities happening here at the Raleigh County Convention Center, as it is WVU Tech 23-4 taking on Ohio Christian, who is 9-17. We'll take our first pregame break, come back, get you the lineups, get the ball in the air. You're watching college basketball, WVU Tech style, streaming live here on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. Start your new year off right
with a wise investment with new windows.
We're siding and doors from Window World of Beckley. And spend your tax refunds with us.
We will help you design a whole new look for the exterior of your home.
Choose from many window, siding, and door options. Our products are made right here in the USA and earn the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. So it's time to get started. Call Window World of Beckley today for your free estimate.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center on this Senior Day, Alumni Day here for West Virginia Tech, as the Golden Bears now, as we will turn things over to the public address announcers as they honor the seniors.
Javante is from Cocoa, Florida, being accompanied by his father, Joseph. In his third season with the Golden Bears, Javante will be appearing in his 74th game with 59 career starts. He has scored 698 career points and 108 career-made three-pointers and 175 career assists in a Golden Bear uniform. He has a career record of 59-19, 35-5 in River State's conference play. He's also a part of the NAIA National Tournament wins. Javante will be graduating in May with his degree in sports management. His favorite part of his 3 years at Tech have been all the wins, memories, and relationships. Thank you, Javante Hay. Our next senior is from South Charleston, West Virginia, Mr. Tamon Scruggs. Tamon is being accompanied by his grandmother, Katrina Edwards. In Tamon's career, he has scored nearly 1,500 points, shooting over 50% from the field, grabbing 650-plus rebounds, over 200 assists, and 190 made three-pointers. He has twice been named to the River State's All-Conference First Team. He has also won 2 regular season River State's Conference Championships, 2 RSC Conference Tournament Championships, and been a part of the school's only 2 NAIA National Tournament wins. Tamon will be graduating with his degree in sports management and says his favorite part about being a Golden Bear is all the friendships and relationships created over the past 5 years. Thank you, Tamon Scruggs. Our final senior is from Stockholm, Sweden, Mr. Andreas Jansson. Andreas is being accompanied by the Tech men's basketball staff. Andreas is another fifth-year senior here at Tech and has scored 1,250 career points while shooting a school record 313 made three-point goals. He is a career 47% three-point shooter. He has 108 career wins as his time as a Golden Bear, including 2 regular season conference championships and tournament championships, and was also there for the school's only 2 national tournament wins. Andreas has also been an RA in a campus residence hall 4 out of his 5 years at Tech. He'll be graduating this spring with a degree in psychology and a minor in sociology. Andreas says his favorite memories during his time at Tech have been the countless hours spent in a gym and his teammates and coaches and everything he has learned about himself and life during his college experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Andreas Jansson. Our Golden Bear coaching staff would like to thank each and every one of our seniors for their hard work, dedication, and countless hours. We always say, leave the place better than you found it. Tech basketball is a much better place because of the 3 of you. We are excited to see the success each of you will have in your life and are grateful for the lifelong friendships we now have with you. Thank you, Golden Bear seniors. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Game 1 of our doubleheader between the Golden.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
And there you have the playing of the national anthem. And, Eric, we're moments away from getting the game started. Once again, Ohio Christian, 9-17 overall, 6-10 in league play. WVU Tech, winners of 5 in a row, 23-4 overall, and 14-2 in league play. And, Eric, I'm going to tell you something here that maybe you know this and maybe you don't. Is how WVU Tech, how West Virginia Tech has come full circle from Montgomery to Beckley. 40 years ago, back in 1982, and I think you know, obviously I know you'll know the name Sedell Threed. He's probably the most famous alumnus that played basketball for WVU Tech. Of course, he played in the NBA. He was a guard on a January night that I was in attendance down in Montgomery, and they were playing Ottoson Broadus. The head coach of Ottoson Broadus was Dave Barksdale, whose name was on the floor, and Willie Stewart, who played at Mullins, played in that game for Ottoson Broadus against Sedell Threed and Tech. And it just shows you how that's come full circle.
Yeah, really come full circle. And I remember Threed, he was an excellent shooter. Could really fill it up and went on to play pro basketball.
Yeah, he played for several teams, 76ers, the Lakers. In fact, I can remember in the 1985 NBA Eastern Conference Final, Sedell Threed got in a fight with Danny Ainge. I remember that.
Yeah,
so
a lot of people got into a fight.
Well,
with
that's
Danny
true.
Ainge.
Danny Ainge was a scrapper. As we take a look at the starting lineups, first of all, for Ohio Christian, as I mentioned, they entered the game 9-17 overall, 6-10 in league play. They'll be wearing royal blue uniforms trimmed in white and gray. And, Eric, you and I had made the comment they look like the Capital Cougars from the capital city here in West Virginia. They play high school basketball the way their uniforms are, but this is how they will go. It'll be Jimmy Salamone. It'll be Keeson Lowe, Justin Barksdale. Speaking of Barksdale, they have a Barksdale, Ben Casey, and Yorick Lazard. On the flip side for Tech, this is how they will go. As Tech, as we've talked about, winners of 5 in a row, 23-4 overall. And Eric, Tech does have an excellent chance to perhaps host tournament games before the national tournament in Kansas City. And they'll go with Andrew Work, the Oak Hill High School product. Then you've got Ashton Parker from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Keandre King from Wheeling Park. Javante Hayes, he is from Cocoa, Florida. And it'll be Thomas Haley from Monroe, North Carolina, rounding out the starting 5 for the Tech Golden Bears. So we're ready to go. It'll be Lazard in the center circle, and he'll jump for Ohio Christian. And for Tech in the center circle, let's see who they've got. That is Parker. And we're ready to put the ball in the air and get this college game started. The final game of the regular season, and the tip is controlled by Ohio Christian. They'll be going to the basket to my left, and Tech will come out. Eric, it looks like they're going to play man-to-man.
Yeah, Tech will stick with that man-to-man defense. Look out for Jimmy Solomon, because he scored 41 points 2 games ago for this Ohio Christian team.
There's a nice blow-by drive, and that was a nice play, putting it on the deck, and Lowe able to get to the rim and lay it up and in. So back the other way, here's Tech with their first possession. Ohio Christian look like they're going to be back in a zone. Tech trying to look at the zone. 11 on the shot clock. Here's a nice drive by Word and a nice finish. Work. Andrew Work doing work. A finish right of the lane.
Yeah, nice put it on the dish and deck and get into the rim. Andrew Work does a good job in that paint area.
So not quite a minute into the game. Each team has scored on their opening possession. Here's another chance, getting to the rim and laying it up and in with the left hand. Barksdale with the finish.
Judson Barksdale scoring on his namesake, the court. Dave Barksdale is getting his first 2 of the day.
So here's Tech as they look over the zone defense from Ohio Christian. Work trying to back his man down. 14 to shoot, 3 ball left side, back iron no good, but an offensive rebound by Work into the lane, passes it down low in the finish, too strong, tipped around, and Ohio Christian comes out of there with it. So Tech got a couple really good looks there and couldn't cash in.
Yeah, just not able to finish right there, and I think Big Lazard right there had altered a couple shots.
So here's Lowe with it. He'll hand the ball to Salomon. Salomon on the drive. And he get the ball in the low post, and there's a reverse layup. And that's 3 times to the rim and 3 buckets for Ohio Christian as Lazard able to finish. And a 4-point lead for Ohio Christian 2 minutes into the game.
It's easy to shoot a high percentage if you're Ohio Christian if you're shooting layups.
Work drives to the basket, has it swatted, but he gets it back. Here's a deep 3, and that's going to be no good. And clearing the rebound is going to be Barksdale for Ohio Christian as that shot was taken by Hayes for Tech.
Ohio Christian's getting off to a fast start, and it's what you need to do on the road, in this festive crowd right now, trying to take Tech, the crowd out of it.
Nice defensive play by Hayes coming up with the weak side help on the steal. Tech on the move. Hayes penetrates, takes it coast to coast. Can't finish. Tip once, no good. But Tech able to maintain the rebound. Here's a 3 ball. Good. Splash down a 3 by King.
Yeah, good-looking step-in 3 by King to cut the lead to 1.
Back the other way, Ohio Christian turns it over.
And just like that, man, all it takes is just one big shot, one big 3, maybe to change the momentum. Look at that was at the 17-25 mark of this half. Let's see if Tech can capitalize on that big 3 by King.
So here's Tech with an opportunity to get their first lead of the game. Ball goes down low in the post. Haley spins, gets into the lane. They work the ball around the horn. Here's a 3 on the right side. Good. 3 ball by King.
Back-to-back 3s by King.
Yeah, he's got a nice rotation on his shot. And when the ball left his hand, I thought it was going in, and it did. And Tech has their first lead of the game.
Well, what King did was a good job of being prepared to shoot the ball. That's half the battle if you want to be a good shooter.
Well, that's it. You got to be, when you catch the ball, you got to be ready to let it fly. Here's Salomon with the fall away, no good. And clearing the rebound is King in the lane. Here's a pass up the floor. Tech able to get it, put it up and in, and a foul. It's Work, happened to be in the right place at the right time to get work done, and he gets the hoop in the arm.
So Andrew Work and King, right, 2 West Virginia products. Mayor's putting on a show for Tech as you stated, Work was just in the right place at the right time, was able to finish, took the contact, and now he's looking for the bonus here.
So let's see if Work can polish off a 3-point play. And he does. And right now Tech on a mini 6-0 run. And they've taken a 5-point lead.
And it was all ignited by that 3 by King, the early 3, and they're on a little run here.
So here's Ohio Christian with it. Good Tech defense. Lowe trying to get something going. Salomon with it now. Lowe has it. He'll dial up a 3. Back iron, no good. Long rebound comes out. Tech's on the move. Here's Parker with it. Back to King. 3 ball. Splash down.
3 for
and
3.
King has showed he's the king of the court, at least right now as he ranks that 3. There's a timeout with 15:50 remaining in the opening half. It's a 14-6 lead for West Virginia Tech. And we'll take a full timeout. You're watching Tech basketball streaming live here on Video Productions. And right now, Eric, as we come out of a timeout, Tech having the hot hand, are currently on a 9-0 run to take this 8-point lead.
Yeah, great shooting and good defense since the first 3 possessions. Ohio Christian started 3 for 3 shooting layups, and now they've been 0 for 2 with 2 turnovers, and Tech's really turned up the defensive pressure. Yeah, and Eric, you're right. As good as Tech has been on the offensive end, what's got them this lead is how well they've played on the defensive end of the floor. And every coach will tell you, offense will come. This is where you win it, is on the defensive side. And speaking of defense, right on cue, Eric, there's Tech with the steal. And then let's see if they got numbers. Work has it into the paint, dishes it down low. There's a short shot left of the lane, no good. And a swat, and it'll stay with Tech. There's 2 good looks by Haley, and he just couldn't finish the left of the lane about 2 feet from the basket. Yeah, but Tech will maintain possession. Yeah, he missed the first shot, and then Uric Lazard was able to recover and help out the defender and swat the second one. So 19 to shoot for Tech. They get the ball back into Haley, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Tech. They'll inbound right there in front of the Ohio Christian bench with 17 on the shot clock. And, Eric, I kind of like the shot clock stuff because I tell you, they very few times as we have a timeout on the floor. And let's see if that's a full timeout. I don't think it is. It's a 30, so we'll keep it here. But what I was going to say, in the previous game, Eric, that I did Tech, and they played a team from Indiana, and that was back, it was at Summersville in January. The one thing that I noticed that very rarely did the clock get under 10 seconds. These are well-coached, well-schooled offenses. They know the clock, and they're very efficient in that area and very seldom. In fact, we went the whole game that day, and I don't think we had a shot clock violation, and only a couple times did the clock get below 10 seconds before somebody took a shot. Yeah, I'm a proponent for the shot clock, and I actually think it should transition soon to the high school game, because the way the game is played now, I think if you want your players to be able to play at the next level, I think you need to prepare them with the shot clock. So here's Tech with it. They waste no time. Here's a 3 ball. It's no good, but Work able to have the offensive rebound. And by the way, Eric, I'll get to this shot clock point in just a minute. Here's Tech, a 3 ball from the left side. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. Lazard comes down there with it. Actually, I did the research on high school, how many states. There are 8 out of the 50 that have a shot clock in high school basketball. Yeah, and I don't foresee it coming, in this state anytime soon. So here's a drive. Here's a steal. Work with the steal. Got numbers 2-on-1. Here's a layup left of the lane. Good. Work did a great job. It was poor spacing there early, but he took a dribble to his right a little bit to create space and dropped a dime. Yeah, Hayes able to finish with the layup left of the lane. It's currently 11-0 Tech run. And as you mentioned, Eric, after Ohio Christian got started off 3 for 3, the Tech defense has really clamped down and made it really difficult for Ohio Christian. Is now, as I mentioned, now we're under 10 seconds for the first time in this game on the shot clock. 6 to shoot. Salamone on a tough drive. Shot up, tip, no good. Tech comes out of there with the rebound. Nice job that time by Ashton Parker, able to get the rebound. And now Tech in the front court, Work with it. Over to Hayes. Hayes to Parker. Here's a drive. Here's a 3 ball on the left side, no good. And Salamone comes out of there with the rebound for Ohio Christian. I think right there, Javante Hayes was just maybe too wide open. And he thought about his shot instead of just There's an offensive foul. That's really a good defensive job by the Tech defender on that play, Andrew Work. And, he does so much, not just his scoring, but plays like that and, taking that was a very physical charge that he just took. Well, he's the lunch pail kind of guy. He's the kind of guy that when he comes to work, and I hate to keep using his name as a, no pun, but he really does. He does all the little gritty stuff. He gets all the loose balls, taking charges, and he's always around the rim. His Fayette County neighbor, Luke Vass, will check into the game. Luke Vass from Fayetteville. And we've talked about Andrew Work, of course, being from Oak Hill. Also into the game is Philip Mullins. Mullins from Chapmanville. And he played well and has played well all season. He played well in the game that I done earlier. Here's into the lane. Nice pass inside and a slam dunk. Job able to catch the pass and throw it down. So a 13-0 run for Tech right now. That's got them this 12-point advantage. And Ohio Christian, the defense has been outstanding by Tech. They've got a new player in there now. Burns is into the game, and we got a Tech foul. And I think they're going to get whistled that on Luke Vass. That'll be his first.
So with 13:03 remaining in the half, 20 to shoot. Ohio Christian will inbound under their own basket. Here's a shot in the middle. It's rejected. Back the other way is Vass for Tech. Vass on the drive. They cut him off, and they steal it from him. And back the other way we come. Woods into the game.
And Juwan Woods is interesting. In the first tilt against West Virginia Tech, he was the game's leading scorer for Ohio Christian with 22 points.
So he's in there now, and that's who has the ball out between the circles. Approaching 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's a three straight away. It's short, no good. The ball is tipped, and it's out of bounds, and it'll go over to Tech. That shot was put up by Lowe, and the ball was a little short. It grazed the front of the rim.
So that's 6 straight misses for Ohio Christian since starting 3 for 3 from the floor, and probably 3 or 4 turnovers in that amount of time as well.
And Tech with the ball and currently on a 13-0 run. They work the ball around the horn. Vass has it now. There's a whistle away from the ball, and I think we're going to have a foul on Ohio Christian off the ball.
I think they're going to get Kevin Miller with the hold.
So Tech will, you're right, Tech will inbound the ball with 22 to shoot.
That's the team's third, and right now the refs are letting them play. That's only 4 fouls total.
Ball comes into Haley. He backs his way in. He leans in and lays it up and in.
That's just too easy. They're going to need a timeout as they take one.
So right now it's a 15-0 run for Tech. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them with 12:13 left in the opening half. A 20-6 lead for Tech as you're watching Tech basketball streaming live here on Video Productions.
The Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
As we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. As the WVU Tech Golden Bears, Eric, looking good. They got down 6-5, but since then have been on a 15-0 run. And as impressive as I said before, as they've been on the offensive end, it's really been about the defense because, as you stated, Ohio Christian made their first 3 shots, and since then it's just been goose eggs. It's been great Tech defense.
Yeah, 0 for 6 with 4 turnovers, and that's what you want if to go on a run like this, and the offense has been fueled by the defense.
Here's Salamone as he's fouled. Steps out of bounds.
Steps out of bounds. Another turnover.
So we're right at the 12-minute mark, 8 minutes into the game, and Ohio Christian only has 6 points. And that takes us to a media timeout. So we'll take a break with them with an even 12 minutes left here in the first half. 20-6, Tech's in the lead. You're watching live streaming coverage here on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. And out of the timeout, Eric, and even 12 minutes remaining in the opening half, and Tech has been impressive. And right now, Tech currently on a 15-0 run with this 20-6 lead.
Yeah, and the offense looks stellar. But if you dive deep into the stats, Mears, as we stated, Ohio Christian's turned the ball over. Tech has 10 of their 20 points off of turnovers from Ohio Christian.
So Tech working the ball around. Haley has it now, whips a pass over, across the way. They got 9 to shoot. They get the ball inside. They're going to have to get a shot up. 5 on the shot clock. Into the lane. They get it off. No, they won't get it off.
It's going to be a shot clock violation there. And you know what? I think they shared the ball just a little too much, and that's a product of not being aware of the shot clock.
Yeah, I think drop there, he should have shot the ball when he had the ball in the lane. And there was a time, too, where maybe even Haley could have shot it when he had the ball in the lane.
Yeah, but you like to see your team share. Good, better, best is always the way, always the key.
So here's a drive to the basket, and it's up and no good. That drive was Woods a little hard on the shot, but an offensive rebound, and we will have a blocking foul on Tech, and it'll be free throws. And getting to the line will be Kevin Miller. Miller, a 6'6" sophomore from St. Paris, Ohio, Graham High School in Ohio, and he'll get the line to shoot 2.
And that'll just be the second foul, team foul on Tech. So both teams, playing good defense, and the refs. I love to watch this style of play, and the refs letting them play.
Free throw is no good. And, Eric, usually when you get to this level, the college level, obviously much bigger, more physical players. So you've got to let a lot of things go that they don't let go in high school, but also obviously more polished players on the college level.
Yeah, and most of all, you get the benefit of the doubt as far as moving your feet. And as you stated, you got to be able to play through some contact.
Yeah, much bigger physical players on the college level. The free throw was good. And with that made free throw by Ohio Christian, that stops a 15-0 Tech run. So on the free throw, Miller able to get 1 of 2. And here's Tech back on the attack. 3 ball on the left side. Good! On the left wing is Hayes dialing it up for 3. Biggest lead of the game right here at 16. Here's Woods on a fall away on the right baseline, knocks it down. That's the first field goal in about a week for Ohio Christian.
Yeah, and that's only their 4th field goal, as you stated, and Woods was able to get in the lane and get the bucket.
Yeah, Woods from Pinkerton, Ohio. Here's a 3, no good. Battle for the rebound. Tech has it. Hayes will dial it up again for 3, knock it down. That's one thing about it that's Parker that time. I beg your pardon. It's not Parker. I had it right the first time. Hayes. He's not shy on the 3 ball.
And that's his second 3 of the half.
He missed the first one, and like I said, he was able to fire it right back up after they got the offensive rebound.
Well, Tech does a good job of getting beat off the dribble
and
there.
Woods went to the rim, and good to have that rim protector as the ball got swatted.
That ball was erased, exactly.
Here's a 3 ball, good, a splash down.
Lukey Vass, straight out of Fed.
Yes.
He shot that from downtown Fieldville.
The biggest lead of the game right here at 20, 29-9, and we've got a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. And, Eric, while we're doing college basketball, we'll talk a little bit of college basketball and talk about WVU Tech. The West Virginia University Mountaineers have a big game tonight in Morgantown, sold out against Kansas. And, I think this can be a winnable game for West Virginia. I think this is a game that they can win.
Yeah, I hinge a lot on the odds makers because I don't think they give away money. And if you look at this game, they lost by a landslide in Kansas. And tonight, they're only plus 4.5.
And here's the thing. West Virginia, and you know this by being a Mountaineer fan, over the years have a way of really getting up for big teams playing at home.
It's that Coliseum magic, and I truly believe in that. They have it's sold out. As bad, as terrible as the year is, they're still a sellout.
So out of the timeout, here is Ohio Christian, and on the drive, that is Burns, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line.
And that'll be on Luke Vass, and that'll be his second foul. Luke, of the 3 team fouls, Luke has picked up 2.
So Keandre King will check back in for West Virginia Tech after this free throw.
And this will be Titus Burns at the free throw line.
Burns at the line. Free throw is good.
So they are 2 of 3 on the afternoon from the.
And Eric, here we are. We played over 10 minutes, and it took Ohio Christian over 10 minutes to get in double digits as they've just now got their 10th point. Second free throw is good, so Burns knocks them both down. And now they put on a full court press. Tech trying to break the pressure. And they do. Here's a shot, 3 ball from the right side. No good, and the rebound is off to Ohio Christian. Burns in the front court. Burns trying to get his way to the basket, and good job by Work to cut him off. 17 to shoot. There's a step back 3. That's going to be short, and it's an air ball. I could tell when Burns put that shot up that was going to be short.
Yeah, and I think any kid that's at home that's not playing in a basketball game, if you aspire to play on any level of college, you need to watch and see how the defense is played on this level.
Here's a lob, a catch. They go for the slam dunk. They don't get it, but Tech does maintain the possession.
And that would have been ESPN-worthy highlight there.
Here's a 3 ball by Hayes. It doesn't go. Nice rebound inside. And a beautiful finish by Philip Mullins. Mullins, the Chapmanville product. Great job with the offensive rebound and the putback, and the lead's back to 20, largest lead of the game. Salamone on the drive off the window, no good. And we got the tip is no good, but we're going to have a foul.
Is that going to be after the shot on the floor?
I think that's going to be on the shot. Let's see. And this may be 2 shots as we watch the instant replay.
This is the one on Philip Mullins with the putback.
And I think you might be right, Eric. It looks like it will be after the shot, and Ohio Christian will inbound on the baseline.
Yeah, because he shot. It was a runner. He shot it, and then there was contact after the miss, which was the correct call.
Justin Barksdale will check back into the lineup for Ohio Christian. Also checking back in will be Lowe. He's into the game.
So that was whistled on Ashton Parker for Tech.
Barksdale had it. Now Salamone has it. Lowe has it now. Around the horn they go. Here's a baseline on the right side. Jumper no good. Battle for the rebound. Barksdale picks it up and puts it in off the glass. So nice job by Barksdale.
That's his second hoop of the half.
Here's Work in the front court. Work makes a move. Whips a pass into the corner. A 3. Got it. 3 ball by King.
That's his 4th tray of the half.
And that's one thing about Tech as a team. They're not shy about, shooting the threes, and perhaps their best three-ball shooter, Johnson, out injured, not even in the game, as Lowe hits a 15-footer right of the lane.
And when you have shooters, that's a good problem to have, people picking up the slack.
So here comes Tech on the attack. Work with it. Have a ball screen, head of the lane, and it's going to be a turnover on Tech. They'll throw it into the backcourt. And we saw that last night, and you and I had a chance to call an outstanding high school game last night that went to overtime between Chapmanville and Wyoming East. And Chapmanville young man Blevins hit a 3 just ahead of the buzzer to put the game in overtime.
Yeah, transition 3, and it was a great atmosphere, great high school basketball game last night.
So here's Ohio Christian with it, 7.5 to go in the first half. Trying to climb back into it. Lowe launches up a 3. It's no good. But the rebound stays with Ohio Christian and knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trailblazers. And, Eric, you and I were talking about it. Outside of Portland, this is the only other team that I know that has that name of the Trailblazers. Yeah. It's not a name that you see all the time.
Not too common. That's not one that we were trying to go through the teams, and we couldn't think of many.
And I know UAB in Alabama Birmingham are the Blazers, but the only team that I know, and there's a foul.
They're going to get Ashton Parker on the hold.
So that'll be out of bounds play for Ohio Christian under their own basket. 20 on the shot clock. And Jop will check back into the ball game. And Haley also back into the game for Tech. They lob the ball into Lazard. He has it in the paint and just tries to muscle his way to the basket, and he does and scores.
Yeah, that's just way too deep of receiving the ball. You have to make him catch that ball way higher.
Well, yeah, when you're 6'10 and 280 and you get the ball in the paint, you can pretty much muscle your way to the rim. And there's Haley putting up a shot, and it's no good, and Barksdale comes out of there with the rebound. Lowe has it now. Biggest lead has been 21, and it's at 17 now, and the ball will stay with Ohio Christian.
they're doing a good job, as we said at the top of the game, that Jimmy Solomon had 41 points in a victory on February 12th, and he's been held to a goose egg to this point.
They throw the ball in, and Jop, when he stole the ball, he was out of bounds. So Ohio Christian will have 15 to shoot. And there's a discussion among the officials, and it might be about the shot clock. Should there be a new shot clock on change of possession? And they do not add any more time, so it'll be 15 to shoot. And they throw the ball into Lazard. That's where he got it last time. Trying to back his way in, use that big 6'10 frame. We're under 10 on the clock. Lazard's got it, 6 to shoot. He's going to have to put it up, puts up a little soft hook and able to score. That's a nice move by the big fella.
Yeah, big fella with the soft touch around the rim, and he's doing a little work in the post right now, trying to pull the Trailblazers a little closer.
Well, the Trailblazers right now on a mini 6-0 run, and here's Barksdale with the steal. Barksdale in the open floor, tacks the basket, and it's swatted by Work.
Tremendous defensive play by Work.
Here's King on the move. Haley finished with the left hand. That was a well-executed fast break that started with that block, and Tech's defense turned into their offense, and they get a layup out of it. Barksdale with it. They get the ball down low now. Here's left of the lane.
Nice step back.
Yes, and that shot put up in by Casey.
Ben Casey with a nice little step back finish.
So here's Tech with it on the attack. Work on the cut down the lane. Gets to the rim, and he couldn't finish. Yes.
Nice pass and nice cut.
Everything was great, just the ball didn't go in, and back the other way. Barksdale with it. Here's a shot from the corner for three. It's good, and that's Burns able to dial up the three, and Tech wants a timeout.
No, I think that was Casey. They're going to credit
Casey,
that.
I beg your pardon.
Yes.
Casey knocked it down as Ohio Christian able to get within 12. A full timeout. We'll take it with them. 5:17 for the half, and Tech leads 36-24. You're watching Tech basketball streaming live here on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And with the shortage.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. And, you know, Eric, what was a 21-point lead for Tech has now been trimmed to 12. And Ohio Christian, they were hot to start the game as they made their first three shots, and then Tech defense kind of bogged them down. But as of late, Ohio Christian has made a nice little run.
Yeah, it's been a game of runs, and Ohio Christian has battled back, but they've also done it on the defensive end because they've been able to turn the West Virginia WVU Tech team over a little bit.
So here's Tech out of the timeout. Haley just trying to back his man down. He gets into the lane, over to Jop, and that's an easy play. And whenever you need a basket, that's a pretty good place to go to be able to get a slam dunk.
Yeah, that's a good fix right there.
So here is Ohio Christian on the attack. They work the ball around. Lowe has it. We got a whistle, and there's a foul away from the ball. That's only going to be the 16th foul, so it'll be out of bounds under their own basket. Ohio Christian will have to inbound.
That's going to be on Jop there, and that'll be his second. So you have three players with two fouls for Tech contributing to all six of their fouls.
And I'm not sure if we have a timeout or maybe a question by one of the officials at the scorers table. There's 4:44 for the half. It's a 14-point Tech lead. And I see one of the officials over there discussing something at the scorers table. But in the meantime, Eric.
Well, that's a veteran scorers crew over there.
Yeah. we'll keep it here. In the meantime, we'll have this is the first of 3 games here this afternoon and tonight here at the Raleigh County Convention Center. We will have the girls' version of this, or I should say the women's version, women's basketball in college, and that will tip at approximately 3:15. And then tonight we will have a high school matchup, Princeton and Beckley, and that's a really big game as far as seedings is concerned in the sectional tournament. Princeton has already beat Beckley once. They beat them by 20 down in Princeton, and Beckley coming off a bad loss last night, scoring only 28 points and losing to University. And I'm sure Beckley will be anxious to be playing at home and try to erase that last night's loss and see if they can pick up a quality win against Princeton tonight.
Yeah, you have a wounded, what would you call a wounded Beckley team? I mean,
yes.
And you can only react a couple ways. Usually wounded animals, they want to respond by, fighting back. So we'll see what Beckley does. I'm anxious to see what kind of battle or fight they have in that young team.
So it will be an out-of-bounds play up under their own basket with 20 to shoot for Ohio Christian. And they're trying to get the ball in. They do to the big fella. Lazard throws the ball back out to Lowe. Barksdale has it. And down the horn they go. Lowe will dial up a 3 from the right side. It's short. Battle for the rebound and drop. Able to come out of there with it. Tech on the attack. And here's Tech. Haley head of the lane. Hayes has it. Dials up a 3. It's short. And the rebound, Lazard, the big fella for Ohio Christian. Barksdale with a nice pass and a nice finish. Up and in, and a foul and an and one.
It's going to be an and one attempt. On the score is going to be Isaac Simon. And
yes.
I don't see who they got the foul on.
We'll see. That will be the 7th team foul. As Simon able to finish catching the ball right at the lane and lay it up and in. The foul will go against Hayes.
Yeah,
that'll be his first.
Hayes, his first, team 7th.
Simon trying to polish off the 3-point play. Simon says, and he doesn't make it. And the lead stays at 12 for Tech. We're under the 4-minute mark here the first half. It's been a very entertaining game. Glad you're watching here on Video Productions. You get the ball to Haley in the low post. Haley trying to back his man down. Barksdale trying to defend him. Haley into the lane. Haley's made up his mind he's going to shoot this, and he does, and he couldn't get it to go. And back the other way, here comes Ohio Christian. Low down the lane. He'll draw the foul, and that's free throw time as Tech is over the limit in fouls. So Lowe will get to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 and trying to get this to a 10-point game.
And they're going to get Hayes. Oh, no, excuse me. That's going to be King. That'll be his first. Team 8th. And the fouls are starting to mount up.
Want to give a shout-out to our good friend Tony Jones. He's back in Columbus, where he lives, there in Westerville, and watching the game here on Video Productions. We appreciate Tony's attendance on that. And Eric, as you had stated during the commercial to our producer, Butch Mounts, that there's a lot of the players on Ohio Christian from in that Columbus area. In fact, one from Westerville, where our good friend Tony lives, and got a good player from Pinkerton Central. So they've got some area players, and we appreciate Tony, a Beckley native, watching the game here this afternoon.
Yeah, they actually have a player from Westerville Central High School, which is right down the road from Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones, wow. I was just calling him Tony. You call him Mr. By the way, I'm going to see him next week. I'll be in Columbus for the Penguins and the Blue Jackets next Sunday night.
Go Jackets.
We'll see what happens there. It's a 10-point game now. And, you got to give Ohio Christian a lot of credit, though, Eric. They were down as many as 21, and they've cut it to 10, now 13. A 3-ball by King, and that's when you really need a 3-ball. King able to dial it up. So the lead 13, as I mentioned, has been as big as 21.
That's his 5th 3 of the first half.
Barksdale on the low block, trying to back his man down. Now the big fella going to take a 15-footer, can't hit it. And I think if you're Tech, you'll let Lazard shoot that all day long.
All day long, you can have that.
Here's Andrew Work. Whips a pass. Hayes into the lane, a little floater. No good, but we got a foul, and Hayes will get to the line, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, and that's going to be on Uric Lazard. That's only the team 4th, but that was a shooting foul, so Javante Hayes will step to the line to try to knock down 2.
And, Eric, between, you got Work and you got King and you got Hayes, they're all kind of very similar in their built and how they play. And that's like a three-headed monster as the free throw is good by Hayes, and he'll now attempt the back end of the two-shot opportunity.
Yeah, and you're correct, and this is probably the style of athlete that Coach Long wants to recruit James Long for his program. You know, a lot of guys can do interchangeable parts, so to speak.
So he's able to knock them both down. And just like that, Eric, the lead back to 15. Biggest lead's been 21. Here's Barksdale, thought about the three, put it on the deck, tacked the rim. They cut him off. Good Tech defense. As Barksdale thought maybe he had a layup. And here's Woods at the right elbow. Barksdale now will dial up a three. No good. Battle for the rebound. Tech has it. Here's Haley in the front court. Haley sees an opening, going to take it all the way in and throw it down. Slam dunk. Is Haley able to go coast to coast and throw it down? Coming up on the 2-minute mark of the opening half, which has been a very exciting, entertaining half. Lazard with a half hook, can't get it to go. And here's Tech with it. So the biggest lead was 21, and Ohio Christian, Eric, had cut it to 10, and now you got a mini 7-0 run to get the lead to 17.
Yeah, Tech's been able to battle, fight off two Ohio Christian runs.
Work on the drive, and I thought he was going to shoot that. He ends up passing it. Hayes, a little floater in the lane. Hayes has had a great first half. So Tech right now on a 9-0 run. They get the ball inside to Barksdale, back to Lazard. Lazard, they're tempting him to shoot it, Eric, and they're backing off of him. And, of course, that's not his shot. Here's a 17-footer. That shot is put up by Woods, is no good. And back the other way, here's King with it in the front court for Tech. And Tech may want to maybe run a little clock here. That's not normally what they usually do. They got 18 to shoot. Haley trying to back his way down. King dials it up. Banks it in.
The bank is open. I thought the bank closed at 12, but they had some extended hours.
They most definitely have extended hours. And just like that, Eric, the biggest lead of the game is right here. It was 10 points a minute ago. It's now a 12-0 run by Tech, and they've expanded the lead to 22.
And that's called a home bounce right there, man.
Yeah. You know, that's right. You know that you got things cooking right when you shoot an angle shot and you bank it in. Here's Barksdale. He saw an opening, and he'll throw the ball back out. 4 on the shot clock, and there's a rejection. So Ohio Christian will have the ball with 2 seconds to shoot.
And that got the Tech women's team who's in attendance right now because they tee it up next. That got them fired up.
So 22.3 for the half, but only 2 to shoot for Ohio Christian when they inbound up underneath their own basket as we watch this on the Chick-fil-A instant replay. They've got to get it in and get a quick shot. Woods will take it, and he made it. Wow, a tough three-point shot right at the shot clock buzzer. Woods able to knock it down. Last shot time for Tech as we come down to the final 10 seconds of the half. And it's been a very good half for Tech on both ends of the floor. There's a drive, puts up the shot. It's no good. The ball's loose, and that's how the half will end. At the end of the first half, your score is West Virginia Tech 50, Ohio Christian 31. Take a halftime break, come back, recap. You're watching live streaming coverage of Tech college basketball here on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. Start your new year off right.
With a wise investment with new windows.
We're siding and doors from Window World of Beckley. And spend your tax refunds with us.
We will help you design a whole new look for the exterior of your home.
Choose from many window, siding, and door options. Our products are made right here in the USA and earn the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. So it's time to get started. Call Window World of Beckley today for your free estimate.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Along with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry in West Virginia Tech. They're enjoying a 50-31 halftime lead, and we have some halftime ceremony going on, and we'll turn it over to the PA for now.
Pedra is a senior nursing major from Charleston, West Virginia, and is being escorted by her daughter, Eliza Newberg. Ladies and gentlemen, our second Golden Bear royalty is Ashley Sexton. Ashley is a senior athletic coaching education major from Grand Orchard, West Virginia, being escorted by the WVU Tech coaching staff at Trailblazers. Ladies and gentlemen, one more big round of applause for your 2022 Golden Bear Homecoming Royalty.
Welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, and at the break, the West Virginia Tech Golden Bears have a 19-point advantage, 50-31. They led by as many, Eric, as 21 in the first half, and Ohio Christian made a run that had cut the lead to 10, but then Tech had a nice run of their own to close out the half, and they lead 50-31, and you have the team and individual totals. And the one thing, before you get into that, I know, without even looking at the numbers, I know Tech shot the ball really well in that first half.
Yeah, and your observation is absolutely correct. And the magic number for Tech right now is 50%. They were 19 of 38 from the field. That's 50%. And 9 of 18 from three-point range. That's 50%. Even my math is good enough to figure that out. Ohio Christian struggled from the floor. They were 12 of 31, Maris, 38%. 2 of 8 from three-point line. That's 25%. Tech also shot 3 free throws and made 3, so they're 100% at the line. 50% from the 3 and 50% on the afternoon. So anytime you can shoot the ball that well, you're going to win a lot of games. And they're led in scoring on the day by, right now, Keandre King has 18 points. He is 6 of 8 from three-point range. Javante Hayes has 12 points, and Andrew Work chipped in with 5.
And, Eric, this is one of 3 games that you and I will be doing here this afternoon and this evening. And the next game will be the girls' matchup between these 2 teams. And what I like, Eric, and this is how they do at the NAIA National Tournament, at halftime of one game, the next game they come out and they get 10-minute warm-up here and then only a 10-minute warm-up prior to their game, so they'll be ready to go, so you don't have as much time in between games.
Yeah, you see that in a lot of tournaments, AAU tournaments and stuff.
Right.
Now, and I think you should do that. That keeps the games pretty much on schedule and the flow of the day going.
Keeps us broadcasters in check too.
Yeah,
We don't have too much extra time on our hands, which is a good thing. At the break, though, 50-31. But Eric, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first time you saw Tech this season, right, live?
Yes.
And so after watching a half, they put up half 100, half a C note, 50 on the board. They played really good defense, only giving up 31. So after a half of basketball, you're seeing Tech live. What's your take on them?
My take is that, for one thing, they're very well coached. They're very well-oiled machine. I mean, they run their sets. They're in tune defensively. And on any level of winning, you have to be in sync, be as one, and that's what they are. And I'm impressed with the way you don't see anybody playing me basketball. It's we basketball. You got to turn that M the upside down, make it we, and that's how you become a winning team.
And Eric, and I think you would agree with this. You and I over the years, obviously, we don't cover much college basketball. In fact, this is only the 3rd college basketball game that I've ever done, and basically it's been high school. And I had mentioned this to you during the break, that of all the high school games that you and I have done over the years, and especially all the ones we've done this year, sometimes I think players and maybe fans don't realize of how good you have to be and how physical and the condition you have to be to play even at this level. And I say at this level, and that's not knocking anybody playing NAIA, but when you're thinking about playing at the highest level in Division I in these big schools, in the big conferences, I'm not sure high school kids really realize of how good you really have to be.
Well, I think you're not. I think anyone that's listening to this conversation or watching this game right now, we're not downing any level of basketball.
Right.
What we're trying to do is pay respect to all levels of basketball, because anytime someone gives you money, gives you, grant aid to come and play, put their jersey on, you have to respect that and respect the game and put in the work, because these guys put in a lot of work and they're good.
They're very good. And like I say, watch high school. And of course, the biggest thing, obviously, college players, as they should be, are more polished. And as I said during the course of the first half, they're much more physical, and they can play through contacts and fouls that they are called in high school. Definitely, they don't call fouls like that in college.
And the thing is, you don't see them whining and laying around. No. And that's one thing you have to change from being a top dog in high school. You're going to get some calls, and you're not going to get some calls, but everyone's equal when it comes to the college game. You just have to go out there and play.
Well, and another thing, too, with the talent level, a lot of times if you're the 5th guy in high school, there might be a considerable gap between the 5th guy and the 6th or 7th guy in high school. But on the college level, that gap, if there is a gap, that is a very small gap between your 5th, 6th, and 7th guy in a lot of these college programs, because they're out recruiting their players.
And when we talked about this, and when you're on a college team, your top 10, the guy that's in the 6th spot thinks he's probably better than the guy that's in the 5th spot.
Correct.
In his mind. And if it's not that case, he doesn't need to be on your squad.
Right.
He doesn't even need to be on your team. You need to have – every player needs to have that I should be a starter mentality. Not to the point where it's detrimental to your team, your team chemistry, but to the point where, Coach, I'm ready. When that guy goes down, I'm going to be the man.
Right, next man up, because everybody has a role that they have to fulfill. But at the break, it's a 19-point lead for Tech, 50-31. We'll go ahead and take another halftime break. Come back and get you ready for the second half as you're watching live streaming coverage of WVU Tech basketball here on Video Productions.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
Get right to the rim. And he missed it.
Shot a brick, actually.
Yeah, as I'm saying, he got right to the rim. You think he would make that one.
Oh, nice spin and kick.
Yeah.
Me for
three ball. Boom. Good job, guys. Hey, guys, good job. I like the way, good flow to the game. I like the way less fouls called, the better. I know you got to count them. You got to call them when there are fouls. As we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center, having a nice discussion with the officials.
Hey, viewers. Maris is coaching up the rest.
No, well, I'll tell you what. The officials, I'm sure, will agree with me that if a broadcaster is telling them how good they're doing, they're probably a thumbs up about that.
That's right.
That's one thing about it, Eric. You and I, we have a lot of fun. And I say all the time, in all these games that you and I do, you know, there's 150 officials or more in the building, but only 3 of them count. And these 3 have done really an outstanding job in the first half this afternoon.
And the more I watch games, the more we do games, people need to understand they're way more right than they're wrong usually. So.
And we have obviously the video that we can go back and review and watch instant replay, and they've got to make a split-second call. But you're right. You know, especially getting to the college level like these guys are, it's just like the players. You know, if you're an official, you're going from maybe middle school to high school to college, you know, you've got to be pretty good to be able to get to that next level.
Yeah, any level you step up, and it's just like with anything. When the officials step up, that means they're getting put up through the ranks because of the good job they're doing on that level, and you know you want to aspire to be the best at anything you do. So, and that's what these officials are. If you're calling the game at this level, you probably want to reach the next level. So you have to do a good job, and the video and the tape will show it.
Well, Eric, you know we've had our broadcasting hat on, we've had our refereeing hat on. Now it's time for you to put your coaching hat on, and if you're in the Ohio Christian locker room, you're down 50-31 at the break and get ready to start the second half here in about a minute and a half. What are you telling your squad?
You have to figure out a way to solve the great shooting by this West Virginia Tech team, and you have to, you know, get that three-point percentage down in the 20s and to get that 50% shooting from the field down in the 30s in order to – and that's making them miss some shots in order to get back in this game.
And I think the one thing, if you run them off the three-point line, maybe – you know, you might give up some 2s, but even I can do the math that giving up 2s are better than giving up 3s.
Yeah, anytime you give up 9, what did they shoot?
9 of 18.
9 of 18,
yeah.
And I mean that's a lot of points.
And you know, and the thing about it too with Tech, they were very good shots within the flow of their offense. They didn't really take they're not bad three-pointers. They shot the ball really well to shoot 50% from three-point range because they got real good looks.
Yeah, and that's a good assessment right there, because a lot of shots, and that's what I think a lot of high school teams don't grasp. You can take an uncontested bad 3 that leads to a layup the other way, and right now Tech is not doing that. They're taking it within the flow of the offense, and it's really they've been real productive by doing that.
So we're ready to start the second half. Biggest lead of the game has been 21. It's 19 now. Ohio Christian did make a run and cut it to 10, and then over the last 3.5 minutes of the first half, Tech put a nice run together to open up the lead back to 19. So we're ready to start the second half. Ohio Christian is out on the floor waiting for Tech. Tech getting their final instructions as the clock winds down, the final 10 seconds. Horn ready to sound, and we're ready to get you going. This is game 1 of 3 that Eric, you and I will have here on Video Productions here this afternoon and tonight. The women's team will hook up about 3:15 approximately right after this one. And it'll be Tech that will have the first possession of the second half. So we're ready to go as Hayes will put the ball in play. And the second half is underway. So here's Tech with their first possession of the second half. And that's Haley trying to back down low. They cut him off, and they get the ball back to him. He spins into the lane. Now back, puts up the shot. It's short. Barksdale clears the rebound. Barksdale played good defense there and forced a tough shot that time by Haley. So back on the attack. Ohio Christian, their first possession of the second half, and here's a steal. That's a beautiful play by Hayes, anticipating as he goes in. Lowe, with great hustle, knocks the ball out of his hands to prevent the layup.
Yeah, and Lowe did not give up on the on defense and was able to get back and make Tech have to take it out underneath and run some set offense here.
So only 3 seconds went off the shot clock, so 27 to shoot. Plenty of time for Tech. And it'll be Hayes to put it in play. And get the ball out to Haley. Haley on his way to the basket, and he will draw the foul, and he'll get to the line.
Yeah, Haley had a full head of steam. I think he had dreams of a dunk right there, straight down the lane.
Well, it looked like the parting of the Red Sea. It opened, and Haley looked like he was ready, as you said, Eric, ready to throw it down. And he gets hacked in the act, and he'll shoot a pair. So Haley at the line.
And as we stated, Tech, that's their first miss on the day. They were 3 for 3 in the first half.
And that's Haley's first attempt to the line in the game. He's got the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. He gets set. Left-hander on its way. Good. He makes 1 of 2. Leads at 20. Biggest lead's been 21 going back to the first half. And we're just not quite a minute here into the second half. And Tech with his 20-point lead. Tech winners of 5 in a row. Here's a 15-footer is no good. And Haley comes out of there with the rebound. Haley down the center of the lane. Slam dunk by Parker.
Wow.
Able to flush it home.
Parker had some rise on that one. Hello.
Yep, and this is the biggest lead of the game at 22. But, you know, I really like the way that Tech able to run the break area. Their guys really feel the lane, good passing, and able to get right to the rim.
Yeah, and a tremendous slam by Ashton Parker.
So here's Salomon. He'll dial up a 3 and hit it.
His first points of the game, of the contest.
And the first points of the second half for Ohio Christian comes a minute and a half into the second half. And, you know, Work, even though he hasn't scored a lot, he's done a lot of good things on the floor for Tech, as he always does. As here's a 15-footer. The shot is no good, but there's a foul. And I'm not sure if that's in the act of shooting or if that was off the screen.
They're going to call that side out, so it was
off the screen, yeah. So Tech will inbound, as you mentioned, Eric, side out in front of their own bench.
And they were going to call that on Jimmy Salomon. That'll be his first.
Tech will inbound the ball. Haley's got it. King now off a screen. King into the lane. Over to Work, and there's going to be an offensive foul, and I think that's a good call.
Yeah, good call. Got a little too deep with the extra dribble.
So not quite 2 minutes into the second half. And here comes Ohio Christian with it. And they're trying to cut into this Tech lead. So Casey had it, now gives it to Barksdale. Now they go to Lowe. They cut him off on the baseline, ball's out of bounds. It'll stay with Ohio Christian, Eric, with 12 to shoot.
Yeah, 12 to shoot right here. And this is where it gets, you know, you have to get into your offense really fast after you get it inbounds. So.
And, you know, we talked about the shot clock. We haven't had maybe 2 or 3 times they get the ball inside. Casey puts up the short shot, no good, and then there's a foul. They'll call him with an offensive foul.
Yeah, I think that was Work. Maybe it took an elbow.
Yeah, incidental.
Incidental, but enough to call
an offensive foul, which I agree with the call. Not that it matters whether I do or don't. But the officials, they might want to know that.
You already told them that.
I already told them what a good job they've
yes.
done. But, Eric, I had mentioned earlier, and I think the shot clock getting under 10 seconds, we've only seen that. We've had one shot clock violation, and maybe the shot clock under 10 seconds, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times. That's been about it.
Yeah, neither team's shy about, having any shot clock violations. Just one in the game, correct?
Correct. Just one in the game, and maybe 2 or 3 other times that a team shot when the clock got under 10 seconds. So most of them are way above 10, when they put up a shot. Around the horn goes Tech. And Haley. And Haley always does a good job. He's looking always to post up. Here's the ball to Mullins, the Chapmanville native. Now we're under 10, 7 to shoot. They're going to have to get a shot off, and the shot's rejected. Nice defensive play there by Ohio Christian as Lowe races down the floor. Salomon will dial up a 3. Back iron, no good. Long rebound comes out to Parker. Parker over to Mullins. Mullins down the lane, and Tech will screened out. There's a 3 ball.
Javonte Hayes.
Hayes able to hit the 3 in the left corner.
A nice skip pass there to find Hayes wide open in the corner.
So this equals the largest lead of the game here at 22. Trying to get the ball down to Lazard. Good defense by Tech. They're denying that entry pass to the low post. Low with 8 on the clock. Into the lane. Good Tech defense. They're going to have to get a shot up. 5 to shoot. I'm not sure if they know the clock. They're not going to get it off in time. And the shot's up just ahead of the buzzer. And the ball's loose. Scramble for it. Still loose. And we have got a held ball. Possession arrow will stay with Ohio Christian.
Yeah, the Trailblazers got deep into the shot clock, and Tech forced a bad shot, not able to secure the rebound as Work comes back in to contest.
So Haley will have the seat, and as Eric told you, Work from Oak Hill High School in Fayette County here in West Virginia. 6'3" sophomore. And over on the far side, it'll be side out with 20 to shoot. And it'll be Ben Casey to put it in play for Ohio Christian. Low on the drive into the lane. Stop, in and out. That was a good look, just a heartbreak result as that ball was halfway down and popped out on Low, and back the other way comes Tech. So Mullins with it. Off a screen. 15 to shoot for Tech. Mullins gets into the lane, gets bumped. We'll have to shoot. 7 to shoot. Down low, slam, dunk. Parker with a flush.
Hey, he's 2 for 2, two rim records in the second half.
That's what you call a high percentage shot.
Very high.
Down low, Lazard in traffic.
And that's a high one, too.
Yes. Right to the front of the rim to lay it up and in. Back the other way.
Lazard's 8th point of the game.
Yep. Here's Work with it. Work down the lane. Puts up the shot off the glass. No good. Parker with the tip. Doesn't go. And here's Barksdale. Taking it to the rim, right of the lane, lay it up and in. And we got a timeout by Tech. So timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with 15-18 left here in the second half and a 20-point lead for Tech, Eric.
Yeah, and I think Coach Long wants to get his guys back refocused, because right now it's 8-7 in this half, and he wants to keep them going. Keep that intensity up, and getting ready for the tournament, Maris, you're going to have to be able to, keep that energy level up, because the teams will get nothing but better from here on out for West Virginia Tech when the opponent.
Well, Tech entered the game 23-4 and 14-2 in league play. Tech is winners of 5 in a row, trying to make it 6 in a row and trying to go 24-4. And there is a good chance that Tech perhaps could host the opening round. Of course, the national tournament, there are 16 teams that qualify that go to Kansas City for the national NAI tournament. And in the preliminary rounds, I'm not sure how many games.
They call them regional?
Maybe, regional or sub-regionals. But, Eric, I'm not sure, and I'll have to dive into this, of how many games that West Virginia Tech would have to win in order to punch their ticket to Kansas City.
Yeah, and as we just stated, it's going to be top-quality teams, whether you're on the road or at home.
Here's Work getting into the lane, puts up the short shot. Count if it goes. It goes, and he draws the foul.
And that's what he can do. He is so good. And he's physical, he's strong. and that was a good back end.
Well, yeah, 6'3", 190. Like you said, a very physical player and able to back down the defender, get in the lane, and get the hoop in the arm.
Yeah, he had one three-point play in the first half. Let's see if he can. That's his second three-point play. Three the hard way.
The old-fashioned way. Back in the days of back when you played and when I played, there was no such thing of a three-point line. Here's Woods. He'll shoot a 15-footer, no good. Jop able to sky high to clear the rebound. So Tech with its biggest lead of the game right here.
That was a good timeout by Coach Long.
Here's Mullins on the drive. Over into the right corner for three. And that three put up by Hayes is no good. And here comes Ohio Christian on the move. Barksdale thought about it, and he will take the deep three and hit it.
He thought right.
Yep, he's like, what the heck? Usually when you hesitate, that's when you miss it. And you shouldn't, like you said, Eric, you got to be ready to catch and shoot. Here's Work with a drive off the glass, and he scores right of the lane.
It wouldn't work.
Nice little soft touch using the glass. The lead to 22 as we're coming up on 14 minutes left here in the second half. Bardsdale trying to dial up another three. That's short, and the rebound comes out to Tech. Mullins had it. Work has it down the front court. And that ball might have a little too much mustard on it. It's one that Jop should catch.
Should catch it, though.
But for the big guy, you got to have soft. You can't throw a soft. You got to have soft hands, but you can't throw it that soft.
Yeah, yep. Might be a little too much mustard on it.
Maybe a little hot sauce on there too.
Little horseradish.
Horseradish, yeah. That's what made it sizzle.
I think that's what our producer had on his chicken sandwich, a little horseradish.
That's where that horseradish came from, didn't it? Here's Lowe dialing up a three, and that draws nothing but glass. Back the other way. Hayes in the front court. Hayes taking it coast to coast, and he'll draw the foul. Nice take to the basket, and Hayes will get to the line.
I think
Hayes is a good-looking player.
He is. He's the lone senior out there right now, and that's going to be on Lowe.
Hayes
Lowe
is a transfer from Central Georgia Technical College. He's originally from Cocoa, Florida, and Hayes will shoot a pair, and the first free throw is no good. So here comes the back end of the two-shot opportunity. Tech led 50-31 at the break. And with that made free throw, they've extended their lead now to 23. As here is Ohio Christian on the attack. Ball screen head of the lane. Woods.
Tech plays tough defense.
They do. There's a pass.
You have to be so strong with the ball.
We'll dial up a three and hit it.
And that's how you beat.
You're right.
Defense.
You got to have good ball movement. You're right, Eric, and that's what I was saying. The good defense that Tech played on that possession, Ohio Christian had really good ball movement for Lowe to spot up. Now Work into the lane. Shot a little too strong as he shot it on the baseline. And back the other way comes Ohio Christian. Woods on the drive. They cut him off. Barksdale gives the ball back up to Woods. Woods shaking and baking. Lowe got a big man on him. And we got a Tech foul, and that'll be on Work.
Yeah, that was a good call. Caught him on the grab a little bit there.
And a new player into the game, that was Cam Primer that drew the foul. So it'll be 20 to shoot, and out of bounds play up under their own basket. Salamone on the drive, nice fake, fall away. Couldn't get it to go. They battle for the rebound. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with Ohio Christian.
Yeah, great drive and spin and fadeaway by Jimmy Salamone. Just not able to get anything to fall.
So 20 to shoot, and they get the ball down to Barksdale into the paint. Barksdale spins. They double team him out the low. Three ball, and he can't hit it. They battle for the rebound and Work. There he is. Over to Hayes. Hayes, a lot of contact, no whistle. And Tech throws it away. And you definitely know in high school they definitely would blow the whistle on that. In college,
definitely a foul.
You play through it.
In high school, just play through it. They've let them play physical all game.
Got a young man who's down right now for, I think that's Woods.
That's Wood.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't see what happened as he is sitting down there. I'm not sure. as he's making his way up. Looks like he's going to be okay, and he's waving him off. He's like, yeah, I'm okay. I got this.
Well, I think you may have to sub for him if there's a stoppage of play.
New player into the game. Josh Willem into the game for Ohio Christian. It's his first action of the game. Salamone with it now and gives the ball over to Lowe. Lowe shaking and baking. Puts up a shot just inside the three-point line, and Mullins gets the rebound for Tech. Work brings the ball back up right at the 12-minute mark. Around the horn they go. Mullins passes the ball inside, a little high on the pass. It's a turnover. And back the other way, and there's a travel where actually stepped out of bounds on the near sideline, and that'll turn the ball back over to Tech as we'll have our media timeout. First dead ball under 12 minutes. So with 11:51 remaining here in the second half, a 20-point advantage for Tech, 64-44. We'll take a break. You're watching Golden Bear basketball here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Mr. Butch Mounts producing and directing, along with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. 11:51 remaining, and it's a 20-point lead for the Golden Bears. And Tech has been golden here this afternoon, Eric. They got behind early, very early, but pretty much have had really control of the game for the biggest part of it.
And what did we say needed to change for the second half? What my coaches had, I said you need to get those numbers down as Luke Vass spots up.
Puts up the 3 ball, and it's short, and it'll go out of bounds over to Ohio Christian.
So let me give you the early second half numbers for WVU Tech. They're 5 of 11 from the floor from twos. That's 45%, and they're 1 of 2 from 3. So they're still shooting at a torrid pace, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, and, for the game, 10 of 20 from downtown is Tech. And any coach on any level will take that as Barksdale dials up a long 3 and hits it.
Barksdale says, I have a little long-distance calling on my phone as well.
Well, here's the thing, and he did shoot that from a different zip code, and if Ohio Christian's going to get back in it, they need to start making their move now as we're approaching 11 minutes for the game. Vass for 3. He'll answer it with a 3 ball on the right side. Luke Vass, the Fayetteville, West Virginia product, able to rain the 3 ball on the right wing and get the lead back to 20. Salamone on the drive. They cut him off. He spins back up, leans in, puts up a wild-looking shot, and Andrew Work comes out of there with the rebound. Pass to Mullins in the front court. Mullins trying to back his guy down, spins, passes up underneath, and there's a definite foul as Haley is grabbed, and he'll get to the line to shoot 2.
Good pass by Philip Mullins with the penetration in the drop-off right there.
As we watch it on the Chick-fil-A instant replay.
Yeah, he does a good job. This is a little one-on-one. Old school Larry Bird back in and dropped it off to excuse me.
Well, Haley, as he misses the free throw, Haley from Monroe, North Carolina. He went to Covenant Day High School there.
And just a freshman.
Yep, he's got good size. He's 6'7", and he missed the front end. He'll now shoot the back end. 10.5 to go here in the game, and he missed them both. The lead will hold at 20. And here comes Lowe back the other way, shaking and baking. There's a drive on the baseline, a little fall away is no good. And Tech comes out of there with the rebound. Here's Work. Mullins with it. They'll back it back out. Ball screen, head of the lane. Mullins tacks the basket, lay it up and in, and it goes, and he's fouled. That was a nice drive by Philip Mullins, the 6'2 freshman, the Chapmanville native, able to finish as we watch it here on the instant replay.
He absorbed the contact and was able to get it up and in. See if he can polish the three-point play off here.
So Tech will bring Ashton Parker back into the lineup. He's from Rock Hill, South Carolina, which is, my brother Myron coaches at Fort Mill, South Carolina. Rock Hill's like a rock's throw.
I was going to say a stone's throw.
Well, Rock Hill's a rock's throw from Fort Mill, as the free throw is not good.
Tech's missed their last 3 attempts at the free throw line.
Yep. Here's Ohio Christian with it, and here's a 3 ball, and it's good. Wilhelm.
Yep.
Knocking down the 3 ball. And Haley into the lane, puts up a short shot, in and out, no good. Lazar comes out of there with the rebound for Ohio Christian, and back here come the Trailblazers. Run to the 10-minute mark for the game. Biggest lead's been 23. The lead's 19 now. Lowe has it, 15 to shoot. Wilhelm steps back, puts up the 2 ball. It's no good, and they're not going to call a foul. They're going to say it just went out of bounds, and it will stay with Ohio Christian.
A lot of contact. They let them play.
Let them play. It's like the playground. You got to get hammered before they're blowing a whistle.
As Tech steals it out of the inbounds.
Here's Tech.
Good, better, best.
Yep. We'll see. 3 ball by Hayes. He's fouled on the 3 ball attempt.
And that's something you never want to do.
Yeah, you never want to do that here. You never run out. They ran out at the Hayes, who was shooting the 3 ball, and Hayes will get to the free throw line.
And Hayes is 2 of 3, or 3 of 4 on the night, or day, rather.
So Hayes will shoot 3. And the first free throw is up and in. Get the lead back to 20. And here's the middle shot, and it is good. That extends the lead to 21.
If Hayes hits this will be his 19th point of the contest.
And the free throw is good. He's got all 3 of them. And takes the lead to 22. Up underneath, there's a wild shot, and there's a foul. And Wilhelm will get to the line.
Ashton Parker is going to be whistled for his 3rd.
So right at 9 minutes left here in the game. Of course, following this game, we'll have the girls' contest between these 2 teams. Wilhelm to shoot 2. The crowd continues to file in, Eric, as the free throw is good. Nice day and night of basketball at the Raleigh County Convention Center in Beckley. Tech men's and women's team, and then tonight we'll have the high school game, Princeton and Beckley. The next free throw is no good, so 1 of 2 is made. Parker clears the rebound for Tech. So Parker on the move into the lane. They go to the floor. We're going to have a held ball.
Stays with Tech.
And the arrow is in Tech's favor, as King will check back into the ball game. Keandre King, 6'4" sophomore, Wheeling Park native, and Eric, you and I had a chance to watch him play in his high school career.
Yes, he had a tremendous first half.
And here's right to the rim and a foul. Nice finish that time by Thomas Haley, the big fella. Haley slashed to the basket as we watch it on the little general instant replay right here, Eric, to get the hoop in the arm.
Nice cut, and he finishes, and he's a lefty, so he's actually going to his strong side right there.
And got a soft touch around the basket. Can he polish off the three-point play? He did. I don't know why they're giving him another shot. That should be it. And everybody's looking around. I thought I had that right because the ball went in. And the 24-point lead, biggest lead of the game right here. 8.5 to go. So the final score back on December 4th, Tech beat them 84-56. We might be somewhere quite around there maybe this afternoon, Eric, as there's a held ball, and the arrow will keep it with Ohio Christian with only 8 to shoot. So Tech trying to get their 24th victory, go 15-2 in the league and win their 6th straight. Here's Wilhelm to dial up a 3. It's too strong, but an offensive rebound. A new possession for Ohio Christian. Here's the drive to the basket, pass inside. Haley steps in front of it.
Might see a oop here.
We could. Haley catches it, slam, dunk. Biggest lead of the game right here.
Close enough.
Yep. That was like a mini dunk, wasn't it? Here's Woods on the drive. Here's a 15-footer. There's a Tech foul. The shot's no good. That shot was put up by Burns, but he'll draw the foul as Andrew Work will get set to check in.
I think they're going to get that on they called that on Parker.
So Burns will get to the line, and he'll shoot 2. Biggest lead of the game's right here.
No, excuse me. That was on Javante Hayes, his second.
The free throw is good. As Andrew
Here we
Work.
go in the instant replay here in Chick-fil-A. Yeah, definitely that was on Javante Hayes on the shot.
So here comes the back end of the 2-shot opportunity for Burns. Free throw, he's ready. Looks good and he made them both. But Tech continues to still maintain the big lead, Eric, as we're coming down the last 7:40 for the game. Haley, who's had an outstanding game this afternoon. They pick up dribble, Work. Haley spins, gets to the rim, puts up the shot, no good. And battle for the rebound, and here comes Ohio Christian out of there. Woods in the open floor now. Good defense by Tech. And here's a steal. And going in for the layup is a nice finish by Hayes, able to go coast to coast.
Hayes did a good job of using the rim, to keep the defender from
as a
blocking
protector,
the shot.
right?
Yes.
Wow, Christian, here's a 15-footer on the left elbow. Nice shot, good-looking move by Burns, able to knock it down. Shake and bake move here by Haley down in the low post, splits the double team, puts up the shot off the glass and scores. Haley, really good-looking player, Eric, and he has played big here this afternoon for the Golden Bears. Here's a 15-footer, good. Back-to-back hoops by Burns.
Burns is really heating up a little bit.
Quickly back the other way. There's Tech. Parker able to finish right of the lane. And we'll have a timeout. Timeout on the floor with 6:18 is left here in the game. And Tech up 83-57. And let's see, it's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching live streaming coverage of Golden Bear basketball here on Video Productions.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
We welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Butch Mounts producing and directing here this afternoon. And out of the timeout, Eric, 6:15 for the game, and Tech is really dominated as they have this lead of 26 points, largest lead of the game, as here is Ohio Christian with it. So Tech has been very efficient, Eric, on both ends of the floor here today. Here's a three put up, which is good. That three is knocked down by Wilhelm. And Tech comes back the other way. But Tech, you would think with the lead they have, will hang on and be able to win this game and get their 6th win in a row. A lot of contact, no whistle as Hayes is stripped of the ball. And back the other way comes Ohio Christian with Woods. And it's stolen by Parker. Hayes, 2-on-2. Hayes going to attack the rim. Can't finish. He thought he was fouled, and now there'll be a foul on Parker as Hayes thought he was fouled attacking the basket. And they do not call the foul.
And Coach Long's having a long conversation with the ref.
Yeah. Long is not having a short conversation with the official, is he?
That's correct.
As we've got a stoppage in play with 5:28 left in the game. I guess they're going to mop up some perspiration. I guess we have a timeout. We'll take it with them here on Video Productions.
The Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Down to the end. Welcome back to Beckley here at the Raleigh County Convention Center. 5:28 left in this one, and Eric, it looks like it's just going to be a foregone conclusion of really what the final score is going to be. Tech has pretty much dominated this game, and they lead now 83-60. Biggest lead's been 26-23 now.
Yeah, I think what you want out of the rest of this game, if you're Ohio Christian, try to get a few good possessions and try to chew into the lead.
There's a three put up, which is no good by Woods, but they keep the possession with the offensive rebound, and they get a new clock. And now we're at 12 to shoot. And there's a drive, and there's going to be a Tech foul.
So let me give you some in-game stats as we have this foul. Second half, Tech is shooting 12 of 21 from the field, which is 57%, and 2 of 4 from the three-point line, which is still 50%. So on the game, they're right at 50% from three-point line.
And, you know, the one thing I'll say, Eric, is Burns gets to the line to shoot 2 for Ohio Christian. The first free throw is good. And watching Tech about a month ago or so up in Summersville and then watching them again here this afternoon, the one thing I can say, Tech, they really don't take bad shots. Their offense flows very well of what they've got going. And, I mean, obviously not everybody's going to make every shot, but they take good quality shots.
Yeah, and they take, as you stated, a high percentage shot for them is a good open look at a three.
So the lead's 83-62. Parker trying to work his way down low. Hayes off the dribble.
See, they're very patient with their offense.
Work now. And here's a three ball put up. Good.
High percentage three.
That's right. You know, able to step into three. Luke Vass able to, like you said, take a good look, a high percentage three, and able to knock it down.
And that's his third tray of the game.
And with that that now puts Tech shooting over 50% from behind the arc. 13 to shoot. Here's Burns into the lane.
They got away with the little push off.
He kind of leaned in a little bit there, knocked it down.
Good-looking offensive play by Burns, though.
But, you know, the thing about it, and these officials have been very consistent. So, and a lot of these guys, you know, they've been playing. They know what you can do and what you can't do. Here's a three ball by Hayes. It's short. It's the front of the rim. With Parker able to keep the possession for Tech. And Work will try it for a three. And splash down, Andrew Work. So Work able to hit the three, and Tech probably shooting closer now to 60% from downtown than they are 50%.
I think that might be upped it to 53%.
And here's a nice tough shot off the glass. It's good by Woods. He had to kind of fight through the contact there and able to score. Parker makes a move to the basket. He puts the shot up off glass, too strong. And that's the one thing about it, you know, the officials don't bail you out when you go to the basket here on the NAI level through college. And there's contact, and that time they had to call the foul because that was on the shot.
I think they're going to whistle that on Work, maybe. No, they're going to get that on Parker.
So getting to the free throw line will be Juwan Woods from Pinkerton Central High School in Pinkerton, Ohio. And they're basically known for football, so we watched that on the Chick-fil-A instant replay. Free throw by Woods is good. So a second over 3 minutes left in the game. Jop checks back in for Tech. The women's game will follow this. And we'll have that for you right here on Video Productions as Woods makes them both. So we're under 3 minutes for the game. And Tech looks like they're going to get their 24th victory of the year. Here's a 15-footer on the left side. Phillip Mullins knocks it down. So, you know, Tech, Eric, got a chance to maybe even, crack the century mark with 91 now and 2.5 to go.
Plenty of time for that one.
Especially the way they shoot. And, you know, 3 threes, that's 9 points. That's 3 possessions. They could have 100 points.
Yep, exactly. Ooh. Mullins almost got it ripped from him right there.
Yep. Mullins on the dribble. Step back. They cut him off. They got 12 to shoot. Hayes shaking and baking. Gets into the lane. Little coach. I think there was going to be a pass. They're going to have to shoot it, and he does from the right corner for 3 and hit it. So that's what I'm telling you, Eric. So as we approach the 2-minute mark, with 94 now, it's easy to think that Tech could hit the century mark here in this game this afternoon.
Yeah, especially with hitting shots like that as time is expiring on the shot clock.
So here's Ohio Christian with it. But this was a solid win here this afternoon by Tech, and I think Coach Long got to be pleased on both ends of the floor as that shot is put up no good. New player into the game. Roselle into the game from Meta Bridge, got the rebound. And into the lane, nice spin, turn around, shot no good. Phillip Mullins put that up. 1.5 to go. Ball's free, and we got a whistle. And I think we're going to have a foul as Jop looks like he's hurt a little bit there. I didn't see exactly what happened.
Yeah, I did not see a little collision there.
It might have hit knees, and that's one of the most painful things when you bump another player's knee, as we watch it on the Chick-fil-A instant replay.
Well, I think it was more on the fall. Probably got the breath knocked out of him. Dave Barksdale Court took a little wind from him.
So Burns will get to the line to shoot 2 for Ohio Christian. Free throw on its way is good.
He's a perfect 7 of 7 on the day.
And he'll shoot the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. And he missed, and you jinxed him, Eric.
Right on cue.
Broadcaster's jinx. So here's Tech with Hayes with it. Like I said, they can hit 2 threes and definitely get to 100 points. But Hayes will shoot a 2, and that'll be short. And the loose ball will go to Ohio Christian. It's coming up on 1 minute for the game. Woods on the drive, right baseline.
Well, I was going to say,
he's fouled.
Little contact there.
As we're under a minute for the game.
Woods will go to the
so Woods will get to the line. He'll shoot a pair.
He's 2 of 2 on the day. Let's see if we can break the
throw
jinx.
is good. But Tech with this win, Eric, this will be their 6th straight win as Woods makes them both. For Ohio Christian, they will fall to 9-18 overall and 6-11 in league play. Tech will go to 15-2 in league play, 24-4 overall, and then we'll see what lies ahead for Tech as far as postseason is concerned as Hayes gets to the basket and lays it up and in.
Hayes has had a good night on senior night.
So coming down to the final 35 seconds of this one, Woods shoots a 15-footer right of the lane, no good. And Tech comes out of there with it. And they really don't need to shoot anymore or really score anymore, but they will. A little jump hook shot is good by Roselle.
Kobe Roselle says, hey, I need to get my name in the book as well.
I get my burn, I gotta get my points.
I get my turn.
That's right, I get my burn, I get my turn, right?
That's right.
And here's a turnaround, which is good. 13 seconds left. Tech could still hit the century mark.
Coach said no.
I think the fans want him to do it, but Tech's going to just run out the clock, and your final score is going to be West Virginia Tech 98, Ohio Christian 73. Tech has now won 6 in a row. They'll be 15-2 in league play, 24-4 overall. Ohio Christian will fall to 9-18 overall and 6-11 in league play. We'll take a break, come back, recap. You've been watching Golden Bear Basketball streaming live here on Video Productions. It was 66.
I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. Start your new year off right.
With a wise investment with new windows.
Or siding and doors from Window World of Beckley. And spend your tax refunds with us.
We will help you design a whole new look for the exterior of your home.
Choose from many window, siding, and door options. Our products are made right here in the USA and earn the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval. So it's time to get started. Call Window World of Beckley today for your free estimate.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center, where WVU Tech has just defeated Ohio Christian by the score of 98-73. Tech is now 24-4. They're winners of 6 in a row. They'll go to 15-2 in league play, and Ohio Christian will go to 9-18 overall. They'll go to 6-11 in league play. Tech led 50-31 at the break, and Eric, they almost had a 50-point. Well, they had a 50-point first half, almost had a 50-point second half. So they had a 50-point first half and a 48-point second half, and they win the game going away. And you have some numbers of this big Tech victory.
Yeah, and Tech shot the ball tremendously from the three-point range. They finished on the game shooting 53.8, 54% from three, and 52 overall from the field goal percentage-wise. They were led by Keandre King. He had 18 points, and Javante Hayes on senior day, homecoming, finishes with 26 to lead all scorers.
And I think the biggest number, Eric, was Tech able to make 14 of 26 from behind the arc.
Yeah, 50. That's like I say, 54%. That's an amazing You win a lot of games shooting that higher percentage.
And the thing about it is, it was within the flow of their offense, and you're right. As good as defense as Tech plays, if you can continue to shoot the ball that well, you're going to win a lot of games. But you and I know, night in and night out, especially the further they go in postseason, the tougher things get. It's maybe sometimes more difficult to score. So it's good to be led by the Tech defense to get them where they want to go.
And their defense early on was the catalyst because they turned over the Trailblazers early, and it led to easy runouts, easy layups, and that got into their flow of offense.
Once again, repeating the final score, WU Tech wins the game by the score of 98-73. And we're told right about 3:15 will be the women's game between these two teams, which we will have it for you here on video production. So for our producer, director, Mr. Everything today, Mr. Butch Mounts, and for my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. WU Tech defeats Ohio Christian 98-73. We'll get you ready for the girls' game coming up momentarily here on Video Productions.
One more round of applause for your 2022 Golden